Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. Uh, been a little busy the past week, but at least I had a couple of episodes recorded to fill in for that. Had some stuff at the theater I was doing, and also I can say I participated in the closed beta of Star Seeker, but that's all I can say according to the NDA. Uh, that's a lot of what I was doing last week. So, anyhow, for Astroneer, let's go ahead and try to continue with this game. And what direction are we really going in here, or am I really going in? I know I say we, but anyhow. Uh, I do want to get automation going, and automation really is, it takes a lot to get that actually started and uh, in place. It isn't as simple as just drop it down, especially with as meticulous as I like things to be. I also talked about recreating Main Street, USA, over at the other landing pad here on Silva, or at least one of the other two. Um, and that is something that will take some time. I don't know how much of that I will do on camera. It might be really interesting to watch that. It might not be interesting to watch that because it will be hours of just forming, redoing the terrain and placing things down and replacing things down and painting terrain. And that could take a long time and that could be boring to watch. So, what I would like to do this episode is I want to start the Rails mission arc. And that, of course, is over on Glazio. It starts over there. Uh, and that one is not too difficult to get going. It's not that grindy, is what I really mean. The Calidor one can be pretty grindy, and the Silva one is very grindy. I cheat with all of them. They say, oh, transport everything by rail. Here on Silva, I'm just going to have a train of rovers. Technically, that is a train, and bring things back that way. But anyhow, um, here, what I want to do now is actually go to Glazio. Sorry, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. We had our improv night. Was an absolute blast. I think the board will approve this, and I'll be able to do this every other month. It was a lot of fun, and I we celebrated, and I didn't get a lot of sleep. So today is that big sports ball event too going on, but I personally don't care about that. So anyhow, oh hey, let's get this going just for 450 bytes. Okay. Um, so if I remember correctly, it has been a while since I've had to do the Rails missions. Um, I don't recall having to have a lot of resources on hand to do it. I think there may have been one point where it was print a rail engine and print a rail car. So that means having some aluminum on hand. Resin I can find on Calidor. Aluminum, of course, I would need a smelter for that. And of course, I can't carry a smelter around right now. Also talked about going straight to that large shuttle. And I don't think I did. Yeah, I haven't unlocked it yet because holy moly, 5,000 plus uh, the I can continue to put solid fuel thrusters on there, but 5,000 for that plus the uh, hydrazine thruster, which is another 3,750, plus getting hydrazine, although that shouldn't be too difficult. I have a chemistry lab. That's right there you can see close to 9,000 bytes and only have 2,400 at the moment. We'll get another 400 or so from that research that's on the grill at the moment, but that still only puts me at about 2,900 bytes. So I'm going to need to get a lot of bytes. Well, actually, Glazio is a good place to get a lot of bytes. You go underground and you can get some good research underground there. So I'm going to head over there. I'm going to do that. So as always, I want to be absolutely certain I can make it back here. And also, I want to take, if I can, a landing pad so I can do the missions over there and claim the items. Because without a landing pad, uh, you can't obviously claim rewards unless they are non-tangible. So they're just like bytes and blueprints, then you can claim them. But if it's an actual item, you have to have a landing pad because something from above, God or whatever, it just slams them down on that landing pad. So I did have a landing pad. I don't remember where I left it. It may actually be over there on Glazio. Um, and then, of course, I need the smelter, which means I need to be able to print one of those. I mean, yada, yada, yada. We can see where this is all going. I also have a lot of aluminum here that I'm thinking I might just take that and avoid the smelter stuff altogether because I really don't want to print another one of these if I don't have to. It will become obsolete in the future. So I don't want to waste a lot of resources on a second one. So I think 3 aluminum should be enough because I think it's 2 aluminum and 1 resin for the rail engine and then 1 aluminum and 2 resin for the rail car. If I come down here, they're not unlocked yet, so I actually have to do it via the this. So the rail engine is, oh, I was wrong. It's a resin, aluminum, and copper. But the rail car is 2 resin and aluminum. So I'm going to drop off that aluminum. Although, actually, I'm going to keep it because I want that and an ammonium so that I can do another thruster just in case. And then as far as copper, I have a copper here. Excellent. All right. Because, like I said, I think I remember you had to print one of each, or at least one of them, to continue, and I don't want to have to come all the way back to Silva to just do that. So let's go ahead. It is here somewhere. Or did I already start it? Digging deeper, I think. Yeah, this is it right here. Okay. For logistics evaluation. So I don't know why I like to move the shuttle out of the way because I've had them clip and then they go like through the floor or the surface and then I can never get them again. So let's go ahead. We're going to claim that. All right. It's a peculiar piece. And of course deploy on Glazio. Whoops. Now, I said I want a landing pad as well, and now that I think about it, do I take the risk that that's where it was already? And there's one more thing that just occurred to me. I want a alignment mod, because when I do put this logistics depot down, I don't want it all off kilter. I really do want it, I want it flush. So let me find that alignment mod. So that's only 1,000. Hey, that puts me up to 10,000 bytes. That's part of this game. This is something I think I really do need to start with before the large shuttle. So let's just go ahead and do that. That does mean that I have to do or find and smelt some sphalerite into zinc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave all of this here. And we're going to just take that just in case. All right. and head down here. There was a huge deposit of sphalerite. I do not believe I am going to put an auto extractor here. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about these. Those are valuable. So there's this really, oh gosh, this is such a beautiful deposit of sphalerite. I don't know if I'll find another one like it, but it is too far away from the other location where I plan to send all of my resources that I really don't think I'm going to put an auto extractor here. So as much as I don't want to, I'm going to go ahead. Sorry about the astro crotch there. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and dig up some of this sphalerite. And actually, oh hey, bait and switch, which it does get me towards the snails or the galastropods. All right, so let's just grab one more. I like to get like the perfect amount. Come on, just one little bit more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that worked out really well. Okay. Bring these up, smelt them. Hey, every little bite counts. Let's go ahead, get another 107 there, 117, and then I still have to leave those there. So, zinc is also a very important resource for automation. Nearly everything that involves automation will require zinc. So that is one of the other ones that I try to hoard, is a lot of sphalerite or refined sphalerite as zinc. So, all right, get these back up here so I don't lose them. We'll just drop them off over here. I'm already running out of storage space, but the good thing is we can now put exochips into canisters. So, all right, did I unlock that alignment mod? I did. Okay. So, for a long time, I did not understand how the alignment mod actually worked. Once I learned how it worked, I actually fell in love with it. So it is, it takes work, but you can get a flat surface, as it were, to the plane of gravity. But it takes a lot of work, and it does make it a lot easier. Prior to that, I was eyeballing it, and oh my gosh, it was just ridiculous, the amount of time that I would spend doing it that way. Okay, anyhow, so I have my alignment mod. And then I want to take, I don't know if I'm going to have the space for all of this. I'm not. Because I need that. I could cheat and just look at like the Wikipedia of what I need. But that is cheating. So, but anyhow. All right. I am beginning to wonder if I needed the rail car as well. It won't hurt to have aluminum. Now, I won't have space for a thruster, so I just have to be very, very careful. And then also, I'm going to make the assumption that I left a landing pad on the surface of Glazio. I don't know where, but it was either there or Calidor that I left one. Unless it is still here. Nope, it is not still here. So, okay. I think I'm ready to do this. I can't carry anything else. I don't have the space for it. So, all right. Because obviously I need to take the oxygenator. So, all right, let's do this. So, actually, before I do it, because I have to be certain. Okay, I do have it. Believe me, it would be something I would do to get all the way there with all this preparation and then not have the one thing that I need. So, all right. So, Glazio, very carefully click on it. It's actually coming back that I'm more concerned about because sometimes you end up getting De Solo instead of Silva. All right, so now I find that landing pad, which I am pretty certain there's one. And then I'm pretty certain I did put a beacon at the other one. I really hope I did. Yep, there we go. There's a beacon on that one. So that's the one that I want to land at. I really hope that was the one. Otherwise, I'm going to be going across the planet's surface looking for the other one. So, yep, and there's my landing pad. Okay, excellent. This is correct. All right. So, do that. Ow. Real Astroneers do it without, you know, they don't need knees. So, and then this is kind of an annoying bug. That it wants to connect to the landing pad instead of the shuttle. So I gotta move the shuttle. So we'll just put the shuttle over here and there. Now I have all of that. Okay. We have a whole bunch of junk here. A whole lot of junk. I think I looked through all of this before. Although I forgot I have a field shelter. And that will act as my oxygenator. So this is what happens when you walk away from a save for a while. Alright, I want to drop that down on top, but I can't. This is one minor problem I have with the UI or the camera in this game. There we go. Okay. So this should act as an oxygenator. I thought it would. Alright, I guess I was wrong. Alright. Well, it isn't the first time I'd be wrong. How did the tether get over here? You know, I've been wrong a lot of times. Alright, just put this back down over here. There, okay. And then, because that is there... Alright, what's going on here? There, okay. Alright. So, I actually have the ability... Wow, there's a lot of research just sitting here, too. Ooh, and there's even... These will be useful later. Extenders are always useful, because I like to hide my power lines underground. So, alright. I'm just going to drop all of this here. We're going to swap out for my alignment mod. And then let's, what I want to do now is, where is the logistics station going to be? Now, generally I don't build a passenger line on Glazio because really I don't build more than one base on Glazio. But I want to, of course, make it fit in. And it is a permanent fixture wherever it goes down. So I think it should be, if it's going to have a rail line that leads off, then obviously it's not going to go towards that hill unless I go straight into a tunnel, which could be kind of neat, but also a pain in the butt to build. At the same time, I don't want to spend too long, you know, trying to figure this out. So I'm thinking. Okay, turn that off. So there we go. I'm thinking if I do all the production out this way, I could put that logistics depot down over here, and then uh, it would just kind of dead end or loop around. But yeah, I think over here, on this shelf over here, might be a good spot. So bring that shelter over here so I have some source of O2. So right about here, I'm thinking this might get in the way because I do know when you place it down, it doesn't want anything nearby. I'm definitely going to have to get rid of these, or at least move them to be out of the way. Although the good thing is, I think these are also part of that mission, so I have plenty of them right here. I don't like the recent update that Megatech did with the terrain tool. It used to be if you had the terrain tool out and you were hovered over an object, I think the terrain tool remained. Now the terrain tool disappears and it changes to, you know, you're trying to pick up the item. That makes things a little difficult. So I don't know if this will get in the way. The game may say, hey, there's an object nearby that it doesn't like. So that's next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a flat surface for this. I'm going to go down ever so slightly, just a little bit here. So right about, oh, it would really help if I remembered which direction everything was in, but oh well. I guess I'll just go kind of this way and then just deal with it. So we'll go down just a little bit, and then we'll use the alignment mod to make a flat surface. So if you go little bits, just little increments, you'll get a surface that is pretty much perpendicular with the force of gravity. So long as you continue to click on a space or whatever that was flattened by the alignment mod. Of course, this is very difficult to see because of the color. So I'm hoping I am continuing to click on areas that were flattened, as it were. So this is what I do for like 40 minutes at a time, and my rail posts I always put down very meticulously using the alignment mod so that the rail posts are nice and straight. So I don't want to make a huge swath here. Actually, you know what, for this I do. Now that I think about it, I do want a huge swath because it is such a large object. So actually I am going to do that. I'm thinking I'm building out the flat space for a base, but that is not what I'm doing. So, all right, so there we go. So I have a nice flat area. Let's go ahead, grab this, and then we want to be a little meticulous in how it is placed. I really would like to keep those decorations behind it, but I have a feeling it's going to destroy them. It might object to this being nearby, so let's move this away. That should be far enough away. And then be mindful that, you know, only so much O2 at the moment. So I like this alignment. Yep, I like that alignment. All right, so this is it. Once I do this, there's no turning back, if it will let me. And it will. Now, will that decoration stay there? It did. A couple of them fell. Oh! Darn it. Oh well. I really was hoping that decoration would stay there. All right. And I guess, you know what? This is what I happens when I haven't done this for so long. I forgot there's a mission panel right on the logistics station. So let's go ahead. We're going to do Snowpiercer. So we're going to get a QTRTG. Hey, we'll not complain about that. And then there will be, of course, wind up and logistical chip. So medium wind turbines and logistical chips. So I need to provide exo chips. So yeah, I already have to go back unless I can find them here, which I can. I can, because there will be caches here. And then, hey, I might get lucky and find 2 wind generators here. I'm going to leave this for the time being. All right. I forgot. Does this actually? It does. Okay, so it does act as a source of, or what is the word I'm looking for? It does act as if though it has a oxygenator. Do I have enough tethers to make it over here? If not, you know, I can't see that. There we go. I just need... Oh, I think I'll have enough. Okay, you gotta move. Like, way out of the way. There we go. So bring this back. I think I'll have enough. There we go. And then one more right here. Yep, this will do it. Right? Yeah, okay, so there. Now I have basically an oxygenator on the planet. Super. All right. Let's put that away. Put that into the backpack. And now this, I don't need it, but it'll help for if I want to save, actually. Let's just do that. I've had where I lost a save because, like, lost a save because the game became corrupted. So the save was corrupted. All right. So we have the logistics depot. Now I need exochips and I need to get, what was the other thing? I've already drawn a blank. Exochips and wind turbines. Okay. So I can look for graphite, which would allow me to wander around, and then if I find wind turbines, I can pack them up and then bring them back. I could just go back to Glazio, print them, bring them back. You know, part of this game is exploration. So I sort of like the idea of actually going out and finding the graphite and wind turbines that I need. So I can do that by taking this with me because it is a source of power and oxygen. So that's what I would like to do. And I have a beacon here, so I know how to get back. I also have the shuttle beacon, so I know how to get back. So I'm going to go looking for medium wind turbines and graphite. So I'm going to start by going up here. I may have done this before, looking around to see what's up here, or to see what's around. Graphite is one of those things, it seems to be difficult to find on the surface, which I forgot if they consider it a rare or not. And then I'm also looking for, this might get annoying with that door opening and closing. I'm also looking for wrecks so that I can get the wind turbines, but obviously I need the graphite before that. Gosh, look at all that hematite. Plenty, plenty, plenty of hematite. And that's ammonium. Looks like I was over here picking up compound. So I don't remember which direction I even approached from. So I could also look for. There's a wreck. I probably already saw this wreck, but let's come over here. See if I can get up there. There we go. So I think I have been to this wreck before. And look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'd love to take that back and scan it because it would be worth like 1,300. But I'm just going to do it right now. And titanium. Wow. Can I make it back there and then back here again? I don't have a beacon over here though. So I'd be looking for it. But there's one. So I can sort of remember where that's at. So I'm just going to keep looking for graphite. And every time I see hematite off in the distance, I think it's graphite. Because this over here is... Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I don't want to disturb that. I think that will be a graphite deposit that I'm going to save for an auto extractor. So I'm going to keep looking around for more graphite. If you don't remember, I try not to disturb deposits like that because if you do, they tend to lose their infinite glitch that you can take advantage of. And here's some more graphite over here. So, because really I only need a couple of graphite. This actually looks like a good deposit too, but that other one, I think that'll be the one. So I hope. Okay, 1, 2, and that's all I can hold in backpack. So, all right. Just look around a bit, see if I can find another wreck. Even like a wrecked site. Oh, hey, there's a curious item and a unfortunate Astroneer. I always wonder what happened to the little guys when you find those backpacks. So just looking around to see if even there's like that cluster of wrecked platforms, because that's also where you will find a lot of times the wind turbines. So had to be careful I don't end up smacking into one of these boom balloons. Is that the same one I was at earlier? Nope, this is another one. Those would be nice, but I don't have space for them, so I was just more looking for research at the moment. A mini game of my own I like to play is to collect every single one of the curious items, but that can be very tedious. All right, I need to locate. Okay, so I have to go this way. All right. At least I found one wind turbine. Maybe I'll be able to find another one. And I don't know if I'm going to do that on camera because, again, that's something that isn't really exciting to watch as I explore. But as I said, that is part of this game, exploration. And I love that aspect of this game, the exploring, finding things. Is that the same wreck? Here's another wreck. I don't think I was here because that boom balloon wouldn't be there still. And there's one inside it hiding. So, let's see. So we have some dynamite, more dynamite, scrap. Whoa, that scared me a little bit. Well, not scared, but made me jump. I didn't think I got that close. And then more scrap. Wow, just a lot of scrap. I don't really need dynamite. Oh, wow, both of them exploded? Huh. Okay. Um, unfortunate. All right. Direction. Hang on. This way. Okay. Because I could easily. I do. I will wander the surface of a new planet for 2-3 hours just exploring it. I really do enjoy that aspect. All right. Especially if I have a vehicle. It's a lot easier with a vehicle. All right, we have a wreck. We have a large horn over here. I kind of like the sound. Look at that hematite deposit. That is, of course, because, yeah, I did up a little bit. Oh, look, here's another graphite deposit. I don't know if I'll remember this one. Because the other one I knew was towards that wreck. This one, I don't know how I'm going to remember where it was. But, alright, there's the base. Or wait, no. What is... That's like the little research thing. Oh, that... Whoops. Had some friends. I know what that is. That's the logistics. Yeah, that's the logistics depot. Okay. Alright. So... I do have quartz on the planet. And I could build a beacon and put that beacon down so that I remember where the heck I had to go. Let me drop off. This was a really good haul. Having titanium this early, especially the titanium alloy, that will definitely help with the large shuttle. In fact, I think I already found one. That's right, I did. I found one already. I'm going to leave this here too and hope I don't lose it or forget it. So, and then I had a quartz, I think, on the platform. If I can get up there. I definitely am going to have to build this better to get up and down. And I'm also going to grab that bundle of tethers. Oh, and I do have... Okay, excellent. I have a solid fuel thruster there. All right. I also try to leave a solid fuel thruster at every planet just in case. All right, anyhow. The sad thing is I do not remember what direction that wreck was in. I believe it was this way because I went by that compound and then I saw it. So the compound was over there and then it was up on that shelf somewhere. I want to say it was over here to the left. Because I remember going around those boom balloons. And then that compound is down there. And there it is. I see it. Okay. So we're going to kind of cheat going down here. We're going to hug the wall. There we go. Hey, if the game lets you do it, is it cheating? Alright. And there's a quote, friend, unquote. Okay. Oh, and then I had to do the long way to get up there. So, argon. Getting argon pretty early is nice because that means I can get steel. I don't really need steel at the moment, but it's still nice to be able to have it. Okay, get a packager, package that up. So I have one of two. Oh, okay. Fine, won't let me package it while it's attached. Zoop. All right. And now I'm going to put a beacon down over here. Ow. Who needs knees? I'm going to put... whoop. There we go. Beacon. Did I have a beacon sitting back there already? I hope I didn't, but... Alright, so we're going to put it, and it's going to be... I don't want to do black, because I think I already have one that's black. We'll make it green. Okay. Just, it's a different color. Okay. And I went, I think, that way last time. So I'm going to go this way. And the other reason that I like having this is if I put it down like that, I can... Oh, nope, I can't. It's not like the shuttle. I forgot. It's not like the shuttle. Okay. Because I could just cheat with the shuttle and just hop into it and get up there. But... Alright. I've done that before. It got up to the top and then there's like a boom-a-loon right there. I can't tell you how many times that has happened. Alright, so looking for wrecked platforms or wrecked starcraft, spacecraft, whatever you want to call them. Because hopefully there will be nearby that wreck or crash site or whatever will be a medium wind turbine. Yes, I could have done this already if I had gone back. Oh, this is promising. Okay, I think I gotta go this way. Let's see. And nope. Actually, sometimes there's something useful in here. A battery. Well, I'm not going to say no. So, this is all just debris. More debris. Alright, so I was hoping there would be a large one of these that was functional, but oh well. Some frozen argon. Alright, keep looking. So, exploration isn't always exciting, kids. It can be. Oh, I always gotta be careful. There's always those little holes that you can just fall into. Oh! A friend back there. And there's... Speaking of holes you can fall into. Oh, a prickle pod. Hello. I'll get to plants later when I'm actually into landscaping detail. Oh, here's potentially some research over here. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna pack up this. This is gonna be worth it. I think these are worth like at least 2,000. So not power cells. Packager, there we go. So I'll have to come back later, or I'll just go back to Silva and build a wind turbine there instead. But hey, that research will definitely help towards a lot of things. That's a wrecked one. Because that's what I was also hoping to find, a wrecked platform with a medium turbine right there on it. But since I don't have any way to carry it back anymore, I'm just going to head back at this point. But hey, our exploration did some good things. Found a good graphite deposit. Found some more titanium alloy. Found a um, blinking. Well, a wreck site that had the titanium alloy and such, but a second graphite deposit that could be useful with an auto extractor as well. So it doesn't seem like a lot happened, but hey, that's progress. Sometimes it just takes a while. Did I leave that there? I must have left that there. Stick it to that. There we go. Stick it. All right. So I'm going to leave this here, of course. There we go. Stuff to take back. Definitely not this. Let's go ahead and just put it there for right now. Okay. There's one of two. The batteries can be left here. Well, no, I'm going to take the batteries back. I could use those on Silva. I really could. So I am going to take those back. And then what do I have space for? Definitely take this RTG back. There we go. So what do I still have space for? One item. Believe it or not, I think the titanium would be the best bet. Because I don't really need... I already have a titanium alloy back on Silva, so... Alright. Oh, hey! So... Those of you that have been watching me long enough should realize right there, that is so typical of me. How many times did I go by it and not even see it? Alright. There we go. Okay, that finished that one. So wind up. So that gives, hey, some more bites. There's nothing bad about that. Now the chips, I could actually do that here on Silva, on Glazio without leaving, because if you find the exo caches, there's plenty of dynamite, but you can also use your local friends, irritating them. And I might do that, but that's going to be the next episode, because this one's gone a while. So the next episode, we're going to go ahead and work on the logistical chip, and then I think that unlocks the next tier of all of that, and we'll keep going from there. So I don't have to go back to Silva yet. Yay! Okay, so get somewhere where there's O2, because I don't want my little guy to suffocate. He might be full of, a suit full of pudding. And why, that lore always made me wonder, if they're just pudding, Astroneers, why do they have unique shapes? Or at least, so many shapes. Wouldn't they just be uniform? I don't know. But anyhow, so, there's your, philosophy part of Astroneer right there. So, and if you didn't know about the pudding thing, sorry. Okay, that's it for now. Gonna work on the chips in the next episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, take care and bye.